Hi, my name is Sean and today we'll be talking about the new Bowtech Fanatic 3.0. A week or so ago, Bowtech brought out their brand new target bow, the Bowtech Fanatic 3.0. This is the third iteration on the Fanatic range that they brought out, it's now 2 years ago. Fanatic, Fanatic 2, Fanatic 3. And seriously, they've gone and they've listened to some of the world's best target archers. They brought them in as consultants, and they said, listen, what do we need to change on this bow? How can we make this better than it already is? Now, I really like the Fanatic one. I thought this is a machine that can really aim, and I'm expecting big scores from it. And a few people have touched 700s and so on in world archery, and good scores were shot, lots of records. I don't know how many records were broken, but we saw medals come in, we saw podiums, finishes with these bows. So I really liked where it was going. Then the few things that bothered people on the bow was changed with the Fanatic 2. Bowtech listened, they made changes and simply switched gears and went and made the Fanatic 2. Now the Fanatic 2 had a few drastic changes on its string length, so on. But one of the big things was the grip that they changed. And then they've gone from there, and instead of bringing out yet another new bow, they've gone back to the pros and said, okay, now that we've changed these things, what else must we change? How can we make it better? So they iterate, making it a little bit better every time. So this 3.0 is not a major upgrade to the bow, but it does make some major changes to the bow, which I think you'll find makes it exceptionally shootable. Let me quickly run through this, and then I'll give you an idea of what I think about the bow itself. What they've changed here essentially is very little. They've beefed up the riser down here so that it can take a bottom stabilizer. Now this bottom stabilizer usually has a lot of weight on it. This bow is set up for my friend Luzanne, lady archer, so it's very lightly set up right now. But if you're going to run a lot of weight, you want this bottom stabilizer to be nice and solid. The Fanatic one, it was giving too much flex on it, so it couldn't really mount down there. Fanatic 2 was better, but still, you didn't want to weight too much. So now they've beefed that up. What they've also done while beefing up is they've increased the stiffness of the riser by what they say is about 10%. Now, I can't tell you whether this is absolutely true, 10% or not, 11, 15, I don't know, but it does have a different feel to it when you shoot it. So that stiffness, especially if you put on heavy stabilizers, seems to translate better, and it seems to translate into a nicer hold as well. Okay, so stiffer riser, stiffer bottom mount, and then most importantly, before I decapitate myself, is they've changed the grip. Now the grip is a lot flatter than it used to be. The grip is, if you used to shoot a specialist or shot a specialist at some point, the Bowtech specialist had a little flat grip. They've gone back to that. A few people asked for it. We went through a phase where everybody wanted a round grip like the Matthews Focus grip, but this flat grip, I don't know, it somehow makes the bow hold just stiller. But I'll speak to you about this just now. So they've changed the flatter grip there. Okay, then what they've done is people complained, or some archers complained, especially shorter draw, that they couldn't reach for really long distances, where 100 yards, 90-meter distances, especially if I run a little bit of a heavier arrow. So what they've done is they've added extra mounting points here. So now you can move your sight up and down without having to buy a very long bar target sight. So you've got that option there now as well. And then the last thing that they've done is on the strings and cables. So the modules now manage your let-off. You can still have standard string stop there, or draw stop, and you can have those triangles that we had on the Fanatic one, which I prefer. I just think it's more solid. Finicky to set up, but once you've got it, it's perfect. But the modules, you now get two sets of modules. You get 65% of let-off module and an 80% let-off module. And both of them are flippable, so you can change the way that the bow draws, the draw cycle, whether it starts high and moves low, or whether it starts low and moves. It's customizable. That's the nice thing about this. All the other stuff is standard. Still double yoke tuning, cables, flex guards, CPX riser, all of that pretty much stock standard. It's what we're used to in the Bowtech. Tunable, easy to shoot, straight out of a box, 1 or 2 turns here and there, and you're shooting bullet holes. It's not a difficult bow to tune. What they've also done is out of a box, they've put more strands on the string. Now, I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference to anybody shooting anywhere on a high level, because as far as I know, most people just immediately switch over to the custom string from their custom brand. I shoot a 0 string that's more strands in it. So I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but we'll have to wait and see. This is the first time that they've done this on the Target Bow. But I like the idea. It confirms what we've done in the past, that that's the way to go. So there it is. That is the new Fanatic 3.0. It's the 2017 flagship Target Bow for Bowtech, and we're expecting great things from it. So now, part 2. What do I think about this bow? Can it shoot? Yes, it can. Absolutely. If you had a problem with the grip previously, either on the 1 or the 2, then this new grip is going to make a massive difference in it. If you had a problem with distance, then this new riser is going to make a massive difference in it. If you handle more weight on your bow, this new riser is going to do a massive change to the way that you hold and shoot. What I don't know is, when we got the Fanatic 1, every person that shot it said, nothing aims more solid than that bow. Then we got the Fanatic 2, and everybody said, massive improvement, nothing aims more solid than that bow. Now this Fanatic 3, I've heard people say, and maybe it was me that said it, is going to cause target panic. Because when you aim with this bow, it sits dead still in the middle. If a shot doesn't break, I start to get nervous because it's so quiet. It's like I'm stuck on something. I think this bow is going to make waves this year, or next year, 2017, the new cycle. I think we're going to see a lot of podiums. We're going to see records fall with this bow. This is just, I've got such a good feeling about this bow, and the more I shoot it, it's not even set up for me, but the more I shoot it, the more I like it. It makes me want to go out, sell my bow, buy this bow. So it's one of those bows, I always joke about, the bow that you wake up in the morning and you just want to shoot 3 more shots, and you go to bed at night and you just, it's already dark, you can't see the target, but you put in lighted knocks just so that you can quickly shoot 3 more shots. This is that kind of bow. It's an exciting bow. It's what I want my target bow to be. Yeah, so that's my feeling. I think we're going to see some serious scores with this bow in 2017, and I think we're going to see a lot of pros pick up this bow and go, hey, Bowtech doesn't make hunting bows. Bowtech makes very accurate target bows. So, yeah, that's my story. I hope it was helpful to you in some way. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments. If you have any feedback on this, please pop it in the comments. Remember to subscribe. You can also go to my Instagram feed. You can also go to my Facebook feed. I try and put up stuff there every now and again. And for the rest of it, just keep on shooting. Let those arrows fly.